One 90-day fiancé, happily ever after? Star is raising eyebrows after her baby was noticeably absent from the show, sparking questions about the real pregnancy timeline. Pregnancies on 90-Day Fiancé often become major turning points in cast members' storylines. From unexpected reveals to emotional family reactions, baby news adds drama and urgency to already tense relationships. 90-Day Fiancé has featured several couples navigating cultural clashes, visa delays, and trust issues while preparing to welcome a child. Notable pregnancy arcs include 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 couple Loren and Alexei Bravarnik's growing family, Juliana Custodio's life changes, and Cara and Guillermo Royer's baby journey. While some couples thrive under the pressure, others crumble under the spotlight. Pregnancy can fast-track weddings, expose secrets, or bring couples closer. It remains a recurring and compelling theme in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. Gino Palazzolo wanted to get Jasmine pregnant when he was going to Panama to meet her. While Jasmine had lied about her taking birth control and didn't seem too keen on wanting a baby, she didn't shy away from sparking pregnancy rumors on social media herself. Jasmine once led fans into a frenzy when she shared a video of her holding a baby, which turned out to be an alligator soft toy. In January 2025, Jasmine posted about the Gino Gator and joked about how her baby looked just like the father. The truth was that Jasmine was indeed pregnant when she filmed the video. She confirmed her pregnancy for the screen when she filmed the 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2 tell-all in January 2025. Jasmine refused to reveal her due date because of her superstitions. However, Jasmine took to social media in February 2025 to reveal she was having a baby with Matt Branis. Jasmine's pregnancy announcement didn't share how far along she was or when the baby was due. By April 9, 2025, Jasmine announced she had welcomed her third baby. The pictures shared made fans suspicious since the baby didn't look like a newborn. Fans wondered if Jasmine had given birth to the baby a few months ago but was just revealing the news now. However, Jasmine later shared that her baby was born on March 21, 2025. In a TikTok video shared via Therialativeness, in April 2025, Jasmine responded to a fan who asked if she and Matt now lived together following her baby's arrival. Jasmine called the situation too complicated to explain due to how messy things were. She also clarified that she and Gino separated just 2 weeks after returning from the last resort, addressing criticism about their open marriage. Jasmine said that when she became pregnant, she and Gino had already been separated for nearly 5 months. She also shared that Gino was in a serious relationship with someone else at the time. Jasmine questioned why, during the tell-all, Gino acted like they were still together when the pregnancy happened. It appears that HEA Season 9 was filmed once Jasmine and Gino went back home after filming The Last Resort, and Gino kicked Jasmine out. The episodes that are airing right now and featuring Jasmine and Matt seem to have been filmed sometime around April/May 2024. Jasmine's baby was born in March 2025, which suggests she may have conceived around July 2024. Since the franchise has already announced Jasmine's pregnancy and fans are watching her baby's content on social media, it's not really a spoiler anymore for her storyline with Gino. Jasmine might find out she's pregnant in an upcoming episode of the season before the finale. This time around, Jasmine might show up with baby Matilda for the tell-all as she confronts Gino and his new girlfriend. Jasmine recently, via 90-Day Fiancé _Alexa, decided to address questions from fans who are confused about her pregnancy timeline and confirm that she wasn't pregnant while filming these episodes. Wait a minute, why are people asking me about where Matilda is during the filming of the 2 first episodes of HEA? Jasmine explained that these 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Episodes were filmed right after Gino and she returned from the Arizona resort, and almost 9 months before the tell-all was filmed. Jasmine seemed annoyed with people not following the timeline. She joked that at that point, Matilda was still in Matt's body, and that she was not pregnant at all. However, we've known for quite a while that Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo were one of the latest 90-Day Fiancé couples to split after marriage, but that hasn't stopped it from becoming some of the most compelling drama in Happily Ever After. Season 9. That trend continued in the latest episode when Jasmine finally met Gino's girlfriend Natalie, but I can't help but question how it went down. Weeks after Gino told his soon-to-be ex-wife he wanted a divorce, he invited Natalie to Michigan to attend his cousin's birthday party. Admittedly, it might be the lamest way to highlight the fun of living in the Midwestern state, but what had me shaking my head is that his family decided to invite Jasmine for what became a heated event. If it wasn't painfully apparent that Natalie walked into a setup after listening to the wild line of questioning Gino's cousin had for the two of them, it should have been when Jasmine was already hurling insults at Natalie the second she walked in the door. She called her a stripper and a whore, and almost immediately, the two women started going at it. Natalie eventually walked out the door while Jasmine continued to scream whore as she exited. In her confession, Jasmine stated she had no idea she would react that way, but I find that incredibly hard to believe. 90 Day Fiancé fans knew this was coming because Jasmine has a pretty extensive history of causing a scene in tense moments, especially when cameras are rolling. She's had knockdown dragouts with Gino, threatened Natalie Mordovtseva, and even threw down with Rob Warren when she was pregnant. In fairness, that last fight took place after the battle with Gino's girlfriend was filmed, but I think everyone, including Gino's family, knew how this was going to go. Breakups are tough, and I get there are times where everyone has to come together as adults and be there for the greater good. That said, this wasn't one of those times. Jasmine and Gino are in the midst of starting a divorce, months after he kicked her out of their home for her relationship with Matt Branis, and he just brought his new girlfriend to meet the family for the first time. If anyone was convinced inviting them both would go smoothly, I'd be shocked. For that reason, I have to believe that 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, deliberately set this whole scene up specifically for entertainment value. In a rational world, either Jasmine would have opted not to go, or Gino would have decided he wouldn't attend. At the end of the day, we're talking about a random birthday dinner for an adult cousin. Not to call myself out too much here, but I can't remember the last time that I attended birthday festivities for any of my cousin's special days. Part of me just wants to believe the whole thing was a scripted moment all 90 Day Fiancé participants were in on, because if not, I feel so bad for Natalie. She didn't ask to be pulled into any of this, and she didn't fly into Michigan on her dime to be called a whore in front of her boyfriend's entire family by his ex-wife. If my significant other set me up for something like that, I wouldn't be dating them anymore. However, 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda recently revealed her new house in Florida with her baby daddy, Matt Branis, but is now sharing Gino Palazzolo's shocking location. Jasmine is from Panama City in Panama, where she used to work as a teacher. Jasmine fell for Canton, Michigan resident Gino in 2020 after meeting him on a sugar baby app. Jasmine wished to move to the US but to a sunny place like Miami which would remind her of home. Jasmine has finally made her dream come true in 2025. Jasmine is pregnant and thriving, but Gino is not with her. Jasmine has been throwing shade at Gino on social media for years now, and this time, she's telling fans about where he is now amid her pregnancy with Matt's child. Jasmine took to Instagram to share a video of her wearing a bikini and making arepas in the kitchen. Jasmine wrote that she was heading to the beach to get some tan as she donned her tiny polka-dotted swimsuit. Jasmine has not been posting about Gino on her Instagram for over a year now. She also deleted their old pictures together after their split in December 2023. However, when a clueless fan, Char_intellect, asked Jasmine, "Where is Gino?" out of concern, Jasmine replied, "In his computer." Gino quit his full-time job when Jasmine was about to come to the US. Gino said he was doing it to be able to spend more time with Jasmine and so that he could get all her documentation ready for Jasmine to be able to live comfortably in the US. It was a temporary pause in Gino's career, but Jasmine saw it as something that would take a heavy toll on her lifestyle. She also wished to bring her 2 sons and younger sister to America and knew she wouldn't be able to do so with Gino being unemployed. Since Gino didn't have a salary now, he refused to pay for several of Jasmine's unnecessary purchases. He showed no interest in paying her beauty pageant fees. Jasmine had asked Gino to start working again. She claimed that Gino spent his days at home in front of the computer playing fantasy football. She said it was his way of neglecting her. Jasmine was anyway not satisfied with the lack of intimacy in their marriage. However, Gino slammed Jasmine's claims. Gino insists he manages his investments and reads the news in the morning on his computer only while drinking his coffee.